Hey everyone, can you hear me okay? Guess what day it is? Actually, you don't have to guess, I just told you. It's Comic Book Unboxing Day! My DCBS order from Diamond Distributors has arrived. And we're going to find out what comics we got in here and what issues of Imperium Magazine are available to us now. Dad Narison, how are you? Glad to see you here. You want to see what we got in the box today, huh? I just recorded 10 new Pop at 50s, so I'm internet happy, giddy. I'm wackadoo right now. So what do you say we jump right in, huh? How about that? I'm so glad. I'm so happy to have new comics. Oh my god, why isn't that breaking? I need a new knife. Hope everyone's having an okay weekend. It's only 3:30 in the afternoon here. I'm going to watch me some Moon Knight tonight. And like usual, we got this wackadoo packaging. It's good stuff. I use it to fill the spaces in my long boxes when there's not enough and it's not tight enough, and they would go, like that, so they go, boom. It's great. If you're not using DCBS and you're buying comics, you are keeping yourself poor. 30 to 40% off at any given time. Oh no. Why is there not... something bad happened here. There was supposed to be an order of Imperium Magazine, which gave me brand spanking new models from Warhammer 40,000. Uh-oh. Okay, well that kind of sucks. Did they have... I might have skipped this month because it didn't have something I wanted in it. I don't remember. You order these things 3 months ahead, so it's kind of like... Alright, so... we'll make sure there's nothing on the list. So, this is not a big stack this month. The next month, I think, is going to be quite substantial. These things are well put together. This thing was shrink wrapped quite effectively. Did that move the camera down any? No, it didn't. You don't need to see my fat face. Or my fat ass, Jesus. What's going on here? Let's separate these out. There we go. Oh, look at that. I love my action figure covers. These things are amazing. I have so far, I think I've got... Oh, no. You tested... Oh. I'm sorry. But you're feeling okay, so it ought to be alright. Just stick with us. You'll be alright. Yes, I love these Star Wars action figure covers. I get, as far as I know, I've gotten every single one of them. So, okay, guys, come on, stop doing that. So that's fun, and that one's specifically mine. This ought to interest you, GJ. I don't know specifically what this is about, but it's brand spanking new. It ought to be good. I'm hoping it's good. The Brian Herbert, Kevin J. Anderson. I know Kevin J. Anderson is a decent enough writer, so it ought to be alright. I'm taking chances on this stuff. The new She-Hulk, number 3. I've been very happy with this. Is this thing fuzzy? It seems fuzzy to me. Maybe the autofocus isn't what it should be. But Rainbow Rowell has so far done a fine job creating a world for She-Hulk. I'm so far pretty happy with it. I'm not so sure about Jack of Hearts, though. Jack of Hearts has not exactly been my go-to character. Oh, yes. Star Trek Mirror War. There's so many different realities in Star Trek, it's not even worth keeping track of them anymore. It's ridiculous. But Commander Shelby, oh my God, I want to see what she has to say. I was ready to follow Commander Shelby into the pits of hell. I'll tell you that right now, especially if she was walking out first. Hey-o! All right, so there's my copy of Darth Vader. There's the Reverend's copy of Darth Vader. There's my copy of Star Wars and the Rev's copy of Star Wars. This is some good stuff. The Greg Pak is okay, but Charles Soule is amazing. So I will continue to get that. Oh, another month's action figure cover. I love these things dearly. Ah, yes, the next Radio Spaceman. I can't wait for this. Nah, I haven't touched the lens. Let me see here. Put it on autofocus. How's that? That does seem better. Okay. Seems like stranger things have happened. I know it's Free Comic Book Day. I know. But I got too many gigantic things happening in the next month. So, I'm kind of stuck for it. So, what do we think about Norse mythology? Has anybody read it? It's Neil Gaiman. His take on the traditional and more obscure Norse myths. It's been a lot of fun. I love the art in it. That copy's mine. That copy's the Rev's. Sword of Hyperborea. This thing makes no goddamn sense. I love it, but it makes no sense whatsoever. It's a Mike Mignola. It's not supposed to make sense. Kurt Busiek's Aerosmith. Very peculiar book. I'm not real sure what to make of it at most points. The final ending of this ridiculous blue and gold. I think there's... Ashlyn might like it. She's into myths of all sorts lately. Oh yeah, well, she's a teenager and she's weird. So that's totally understandable and expected. This has not been my favorite pair up with Booster and Beetle. I wish I could say. Hyperborea related to Conan, in a sense. Hyperborea was something that I think Howard just worked from. I don't think he made it up himself. But, yeah, it's got that general feel of Conan to it. Alright, so another entirely different issue of Star Wars, ready to go. I guess they didn't ship on time. That's my copy. This is the Rev's copy. Manifest Destiny. Have you ever heard of this one? This thing is wackadoo. If you haven't heard of it, then you must not have been here the last couple of times, because I've talked about how weird this goddamn thing is. And it's got this whimsical, like, Warner Brothers cover this time around. I'm really looking forward to reading it, because I want to know why they justify that. Another issue of Mirror War. I guess they must have screwed up the shipping and combined several weeks where they should have been sending it to me plain and ordinary. But that's mine. My copy of Obi-Wan. The Rev's copy of Obi-Wan. DC Connect, which we'll run through but we'll be disappointed by. Alien, which is a really great series that Marvel took over. I'm quite impressed, actually. Dark Horse had it for literal decades, And it had gone way down in quality, but it's decent now. I like this. Brand new spin-off, the British Paranormal Society. More Mike Mignola stuff. This is a Hellboy spin-off. It's Bruton Holmes' pals' adventures when he was younger. If you didn't read the Silver Lantern Club, you won't understand that. But alright, so the miniseries Crimson Reign. Not too bad. The criminal organization. There's Rev's copy. That's my copy. Silver Surfer Reborn. They seem to be pushing Jack of Hearts quite a bit. He must be in a movie sometime soon, huh? Is he in Doctor Strange? I'm watching Doctor Strange tomorrow. Probably. It depends on a lot of factors. Miss Marvel. Always a fan favorite. I love Miss Marvel. Kamala Khan is a great, great, great character. I'm not saying much for this particular story, though. It's another catalog that we'll go through. Saga is just as wackadoo as it's ever been. If you've ever read Saga, this just keeps going. This new Punisher is concerning. I'm not entirely certain I like what's going on in it, but I'll give it 2 to 3 more issues to work out the arc and see what happens, and then I'll give it up like always, because I never stick with Punisher because it always rapidly falls down. Oh, I wish this was my copy, but Brubaker Phillips, they are the comics team to beat in this decade. I was going to see The Northman tonight, but I was going to have to wait now. Yeah. Oh, you do like Manifest Destiny. Good, good. Glad to hear that. Alright, so that's all the actual books. It's a very, very small month. They must have shipped some and then saved some to be shipped. It's, their shipping has been a mess since COVID. It's been absolutely... It's probably not their fault. So... I won't say anything about that because I don't want to blame people without full information. But their shipping's been messy. Alright, so DC Connect. Let's see what we're talking about here. Ah, that's better. There we are. Batman with Chip Zdarsky. Oh, I may have to start getting the occasional Batman again. They're super expensive and they're twice a month, which makes it irritating. But Chip Zdarsky may bring me back into the DC fold. It's hard to say. The art's phenomenal. I'll be happy to that. Detective, still written by Ram V, whoever that is. Art by Raphael Albuquerque, though. I'm happy about that. Detective Comics, Gotham Nocturne. Well, that's just the arc that's going on. Okay. That's a nice name, though. Flashpoint, I don't care about. Dark Crisis, I'm not bothering with. Dark Crisis can blow me. See, Dark Crisis, Dark Crisis, Dark Crisis, Dark Crisis. It's too much. It's too much. Alright. Black Adam, The Justice Society Files. Hawkman #1. Do Hawkman and Black Adam have a history? Andromeda Strain at Goodwill. Oh no. But I'm still not doing it. The adaptations never come out the way to go. Artemis, I've never cared about her. DC. Mech. Alright, so just putting ridiculous armor or creating robots out of DC characters, I just don't care. At the end of World War II, Earth was invaded by giant mechanized parademons from Apocalypse. Nope, done with you. Young Justice, I'm not young enough for justice. Superman, Space Age. Written by Mark Russell and art by... Ooh! Art by Mike Allred. That deserves a look. That deserves a look. White Knights presents The Red Hood. Do not care about The Red Hood. World's Finest. Didn't care about it. Oh, wait, that's written by Mark Waid? Shit. I may have to get a trade of that. Batman versus Robin, no thank you. DC versus Vampires, no thank you. Multiversity, lick my ass. Constantine, I don't like a hip and trendy Constantine. It just doesn't seem proper to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel that Constantine needs to be hip and trendy. I think he just needs to be 70s London asshole. That's what I feel Constantine should be. And no, I don't care if it's pronounced Constantine. Dead Man Tells the Spooky Tales by Franco. Well, that's interesting. I'm sure the Rev will be interested in that. One Dark Night. $30. Well, 168 pages. That better be hardcover. Yeah, it's hardcover. I still ain't paying $30 for one Batman book. That's not happening. Oh, alright, we're into the trades. No, Harley Quinn. Wonder Woman. No, okay, these are the trades now. Okay. And then back to the regular books. Alright, I won't bore you with the stuff I'm not getting because I mentioned it the last 2 months. And it's really all the same now. Ooh. That's some crazy ass art. Look at this shit. That is a huge paragraph to describe one book. You can call the Joker a lot of things. Psychopathic, murderous, disturbed, obsessed, anarchic, maybe even genuinely funny. But one thing no one would call him, regardless of what side the law they're on, is dependable. Alright, do I really have to worry about that? I don't need... yeah, I don't need it. Life in the Flash Lane. Is anybody still watching Flash? Because I gave it up around season 4. I've heard really, really, really terrible things on Twitter about current seasons of Flash. If there was a Constantine and Harry Dresden crossover, I'd be all on it. Ah, nice. Steve watches Flash sometimes. It really is a waste of ink for that book. Oh, he gave up after season 1. I honestly can't say I blame you. For real. Avengers 1 million BC. Jason Aaron. Now look, I love Jason Aaron, but his Avengers are just too wackadoo. I've said that before. That's all we're going to say. Axe. Judgment Day. 1 of 6. Kieran Gillen. Now see, I like Kieran Gillen, but... The X-Men claim they're the planet's new gods. Fuck off. Mutants are not gods. Heroes are not gods. Stop trying to write characters and calling them gods. Just stop it. Just stop it. Immortal X-Men, Death to Mutants, X-Men 13, X-Force, X-Men Red, Fortnite X Marvel. X Marvel? Fortnite by Marvel? Zero War. I should be ordering a couple of these if they got the kind of stuff. A redeemable code. I might have to speculate on that. I might have to speculate on one of those. Demon Wars, the Iron Samurai. Wait a minute now. A version of the Marvel Universe taken to the next level by transporting readers to another dimension. One filled with wondrous creatures, sentient samurai armor, a winged individual in a falcon mask. When Mariko Yashida finds herself in the middle of a war between these creatures, will she be forced to choose a side? Don't miss the next evolution of Peach Momoko's Marvel Universe. 40 pages, $5. Could be interesting, but I'm not really digging the art style. Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, because Shang-Chi got canceled already. They can't possibly be having a second Shang-Chi book, can they? Captain America, Symbol of Truth. I think I already got that one. Sentinel of Liberty, I've ordered that one, waiting for the rest of it to come. Amazing Spider-Man I gave up on because it's 3 times a month and it's way too expensive. Guinness Vel, I don't care about. Daredevil, I don't care about. Jane Foster and the Mighty fucking Thor. Miss Marvel and Wolverine, Jodie Hauser. When a mysterious threat lands in New York City, Miss Marvel takes matters in her own embiggened hands. But with the Krakoan security tech compromised, you can bet Wolverine and the X-Men won't be far behind. The best there is at what he does teams up with one of the Marvel Universe's most lauded heroes in an oversized, action-packed adventure for the ages. Which doesn't really tell me a whole lot. 40 pages, $5. It's worth consideration because I like Kamala Khan. Wild Cards, I don't even know what that is. Spider-Man 2029 bored me in the 90s. It's not going to entice me now. Marauders, more X-Men, more X-Variants, more X-Variants. Jesus, fuck! Look how many pages of X-related shit there is. That's just too much. Mech Strike, Monster Hunters. I didn't get that the last time. I'm not getting it now. Jason Aaron is still on Avengers. New Fantastic Four I'm not getting. Alright, let's see where this is continuing to go. Frank Castle is determined to use the Ninja Warriors of the Hand to end his war once and for all. But for the world's newest and deadliest dealers in wildly powerful arms, the Apostles of War, are proving to be the Punisher's toughest foe yet. And that's not to mention the assassins Lady Bullseye and Lord Deathstrike, who have been hired to expose the Punisher as a pretender to the throne of the Beast. Alright, so that's the same arc. Yes, so it's number 4, so it would be the same arc. Donny Cates' Hulk, I am not touching. Captain Carter. Moon Knight, I'm not touching that wackadoo. Donny Cates' Thor. I don't like his Hulk. I don't know why I'd like his Thor. Venom I don't care about. Spider-Punk is silly. Spider-Gwen is pointless. Carnage is a villain. He shouldn't get a book. Savage Avengers. Captain Marvel. Iron Man. Christopher Cantwell still. Ooh, he goes up against the Titanium Man. We haven't seen Titanium Man in decades. That might be worth a consideration. Let's put that aside. Ghost Rider can bite it. Ooh! Ooh! Ooh, buddy. Woohoo! Predator! Ed Brisson. Good enough. Hunt. Kill. Repeat. In the near future, a young girl sees her family slaughtered by the deadliest and most feared hunter in the universe, a predator. Years later, though her ship is barely holding together and food is running short, Theta won't stop stalking the spaceways until the Yautja monster who killed her family is dead. Or she is. Okay, so that's far enough in the future where humanity has left Earth and they go hunting the hunters. That is worth a shot. Alright, there's the next issue of Obi-Wan. Already getting that. You know, I skipped over Mandalorian because I don't know who Rodney Barnes is, and there's enough Star Wars books out there. Star Wars, Vader, Han Solo and Chewie. I don't care about Bounty Hunters. Dr. Aphra is pretty fun. And then it's just in the trades. So we never worry about the trades. Alright, so there's some things to consider there. Wow, this whole thing has only been 25 minutes so far. It may just be a generally short stream. Well, it will be a generally short stream. I'm not going to... I got a few things to do. I got to edit some Pop at 50s. I just recorded 10 of them today. So, Alright, like usual, I got this thing upside down. Interesting. On the farm, all animals were equal. In the castle, some are more equal than others. Animal Castle. A brand new 4-part miniseries drawn by Walt Flanagan. Knights of the Fifth Dimension. By Blue Juice Comics. Okay, yeah, I'm probably skipping that one. Walt Flanagan, if you don't know, is a pal of... what's that no longer fat fucker's name? Kevin Smith. Rogues Gallery #1. The Purge meets Scream. Later. Starhenge, Book 1, The Dragon and the Boar. A future Merlin travels to the 5th century Britain to prevent monstrous time-traveling killer robot... Stop. Above Snakes. A world where Deadwood-style westerns collide with the fantasia of Neil Gaiman in the story of Dirt, a man seeking vengeance for his murdered wife with nothing but a talking vulture to prod him on. That's just wacky enough to earn a thought. An entire graphic novels. 7174 presents. Comic size 48 pager that showcases T.P. Louise's ongoing and continuously... I don't care. The Hollows. Sam Keith. Oh, wow. I haven't seen anything from him for years. Transports you to a dystopian near-future Japan. Because why should anything be good or cool in the future? Everything has to be shit in the future. Animal Castle, the progression of Animal Farm. It could be. It probably is. Spectral, once-human husks prey on the unfortunates who couldn't find salvation in the skyscraper-like trees, which now dominate the decimated landscape. A discredited scientist works furiously to find a cure, until a one-eyed orphan girl and her pet, Erp, force him to rethink everything he knows. 96 pages, $9.99. The discount will probably bring that down to $6 for 96 pages is not bad, but I'm tired of dystopia. I am. Impact Winter. It's been 1 year since a comet hit Earth. Now the world is run by vampires. I'm not seriously thinking about it, but I'm thinking about it. It's a one-shot. There's very little to lose with one-shots. The Magic Order Volume 3. I didn't read the other two, so I'm not reading this one. Nightmare Blog. The Icarus Society. Prophet Remastered Edition by Rob Bloody Liefeld. The issue that started it all, Prophet #1, remastered by some of today's top comic book talents. Prophet made his first appearance in '92, electrifying fandom, and we are celebrating and commemorating his impact with a star-studded roster of illustrators creating all new magic with fresh new pages. Prophet went absolutely nowhere. No one cared about Prophet. If anyone cared about Prophet, Prophet would still be being made. Rob Liefeld, Dan Panosian, Clayman, Ken Rockfort, Philip Tan, V. Ken Marion, Victor Bogdanovich, Dan Fraga, Merritt Michaels, Ed Pisker, Tim Scioli, Jim Rugg, Thomas Hedglin, and many more in 32 pages. So it's just a bunch of self-congratulatory, masturbatory art for a Rob Liefeld character no one gives a shit about, just because it's 30 years old. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Undiscovered Country made no sense to me. I didn't like it. Hack Slash. Beware the Eye of Odin. I might have ordered that for the Rev. I know I didn't get it for me. Do a Power Bomb. See, I would never buy a book called that. Image, Philadelphia, King Spawn, Little Monsters, Loaded Bible, Public Domain. Did I get Public Domain? Probably not. No, it did not make enough of a profit being profit to be noteworthy. No, it didn't. Oh my god. Alright, there's absolutely nothing else interesting in Image right now. So we go to Archaea, which usually don't have their own section. Where's that Boom? It says Archaea, so why is it saying also Boom? Flavor Girls. A magical girl all ages adventure with an environmental twist for fans of Sailor Moon. Oh, okay. Original graphic novel. I never buy those till they're used. Something's Killing the Children is well regarded, but I didn't get it. Grimm. It's already number 3, so I know I'm not getting that. All the licensed stuff like Firefly, Angel, Vampire Slayer. Once in Future seemed pretty good. I read a couple of trades for it, but... Waters of Canley. What is a buckhead? Why do people make up words like that? Finally get to Dark Horse. Mind Management. No. Overwatch. Nope. Young Hellboy. Assault on Castle Death. Oh, well, yep. We'll be getting that one. Hellboy in the BPRD. Time is a River. We'll be getting that one. British Paranormal Society. Just like we got today. Critical Role. Okay. They've got comics and webs and TV shows. Critical Role may be a little much. No, I haven't watched Picard yet. I've told you that. Slaver Girls. Who said anything about Slaver Girls? What are you talking about? Grendel Omnibus. Oh, gee. Another reissue of Powers. I've only read it 4 times. I think I can deal with not getting Powers again. Oh. The G. Willow Wilson trade paperback. A new edition of the first of 4 thrilling volumes in the mind-bending Eisner-nominated series, which I cannot get rid of on my comics selling site. Yes, Irene, a Grendel Omnibus is here. That's right, you saw that right. It's in here somewhere, but it's there. There's definitely a Grendel Omnibus. So if you're interested in that and you want a discount on it, make sure you go to DCBS. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do have great faith in them because they keep me in comics. DCBService.com. Let's see. The Orville. Great series, not so great as a book. I liked watching it. I don't like reading it. Norse mythology, just like we got today. Tales from Harrow County is great. Last Flight Out. No, that's a OGN. The Art of DuckTales. Somebody will like that, right? Shinjuku, Assassin's Creed. Lots of licensed products on. Alright. I go through this all the time, and it drives me nuts just the same all the time. Alright, here's Dynamite. Right? Let's count out the pages of Vampirella's and DCBS, Discount Comic Book Service. Yep. So, 1 page of Vampirella. 2, 3, 4 pages of Vampirella. Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids? What do we think of that, kids? Do we think 32 pages, $3.99, which means the discount will probably bring it down to $2.89. Wow. Is that a one shot? It doesn't say. If it was a one shot, I think I might have gone for it, but oh my god, this art is something else. It's every bit as gross as the original art. Yeah, they did make a Battleship movie. Army of Darkness versus Reanimator. I mean, it's just weird. I mean, Ash versus so why not Witch? I don't know. Lovecraft and fucking Ash just don't seem to go together. You know what I'm saying? Ash has got that witty silliness going on, and you know, Reanimator and Lovecraft are just like super duper serious. Savage Tales, interesting. More Vampirella. Red Sonja. Alright, so we got... Oh, Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids. It's a level of silliness that I'm not ready to go back to. And I realize just exactly how ironic and ridiculous that sounds coming from me, of all people. Believe me, but there's got to be a line in the fucking sand somewhere. Alright, so 1 Vampirella... 1 Sonja. The boys. Okay. So there's 2 Vampirellas, 2 Red Sonjas. A Betty Page, a Draculina, and Elvira. 3 Red Sonjas. Wow, did they actually reduce it this month for once? Nope. 4 Red Sonjas. 5 Red Sonjas. A Sheena. 3 Vampirellas. Alright, so they've toned down the Vampirellas for the month in favor of the Red Sonjas. Now, how did they sustain 5 books a month on 1 character? How did they do that? They're such a small company, and their circulation is so small. I can't imagine that their Red Sonja books sell any more than like 25,000 copies. We could look this up, but I'm going to say that they don't. Alright, so here's the Animal Castle we were talking about. For fans of the best-selling Stray Dogs and Beasts of Burden comes an animal fable at once familiar and surprising. You may think you know the story, but set aside your assumptions. The Animal Uprising is unlike any you have read. Nestled in the heart of a farm forgotten by men, the Animal Castle is ruled with an iron hoof by President Silvio. The bull and its dog militia savor their power, while the other animals are exhausted by work, until the arrival of the mysterious Azalar, a traveling rat who will teach them the secrets of civil. disobedience. Oh, this has already been out. Collecting issues 1 through 5. Oh, okay. So this is just a hardcover edition of something that's already happened. So what kind of work do animals actually have to do? I mean, it's not like they can reap and sow vegetables. I mean, they build nests or something? Is young Hellboy like Little Nicky? That would be a great big gigantic no. You wackadoo. Why do they need so many pages for that? Prometheus. What if you knew the world was about to end? What would you be willing to do to save the people you love? This is a question they put in comics and science fiction all the time. Darla Clemenceau has been plagued by apocalyptic visions ever since she was abducted by a UFO as a child. Now, she's ready to put it all behind her and move on with her life. But what if it's all true? A dangerous cult militia is prepping for the end of the world, and they see Darla as the key to their survival. Meanwhile, something alien is awakening on the dark side of the moon, and the crew of the space shuttle Atlantis have a rendezvous with destiny. So this thing is set in the 80s? Because ain't no Atlantis anymore. So how many issues is this? Prometheus 1313 tells the thrilling, fast-paced space drama leading up to the moments of September 21, 2019 at 1313. At which time, absolutely nothing of import actually happened. 32 pages, $3.99. Does not say how many issues it is. Alright, so we're already into the super independent small press stuff. Aftershock, the brother of all men. It's 1928. Veteran of the Great War and part-time private eye Guy Horn travels to a remote community in western Canada to retrieve his estranged brother from the clutches of a dangerous cult. As Guy struggles to gain control of his own personal demons, he's tantalized by the cause and its charismatic leader, Brother 12. A tightly plotted horror mystery based on a true story, wherein writer Zach Thompson joins forces with artist Ian Marin for a new miniseries that blends the unexpected twists of hard-boiled detective noir and the uncanny traditions of folk horror. Very interesting. That might be worth a shot. We'll set this one aside. Well, Dark Side of the Moon was the 70s. Well, I guess. There's something wrong with Patrick Todd. I already don't care. 15-year-old Patrick Todd lives on the run, hiding out in seedy motels, living out of his backpack and making sure that his mom, recently struck down by a mysterious illness of the mind, is well cared for. Patrick turns to a life of crime, using his telepathic abilities. Oh, okay. Mildly interesting. Where do starships go to die? Yeah, we covered that last month, and it didn't appear to be amazing. Yeah, there's nothing interesting from Aftershock this month. Ooh, Hillbilly. The Treason of 12-Toed Maggie. I'm waiting for this one. I want this one to be here. I miss looking through previews every month. Yeah, well, it's only because it's free. There's a guy with a blog called Mike, holy shit. I can't remember his name. Progressive Ruin. If you look it up, progressiveruin.com, that's where you'll find it. Mike Sterling, that's the guy. Something Wrong sounds like a take on Legion. Could be. It really could be. And what he used to do, before he had eye problems and could only get away with just typing, he used to have a monthly post called The End of Civilization, where he just went through the absolute wackiest stuff here in previews. It was fun. It was good stuff. Zorro. America's really got heroes. That absolutely does not appeal to me. Exciting Comics. What is this, 1948? Green one. Okay. Yeah, Aspen Comics that I never touched. It's got 3 whole titles in there. Oh, wait. Do they? Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3. They got... The whole publishing company has 4 titles. Avatar Press. Really? Wait a minute. God is Dead? 1 through 6, 7 through 12, 13 through 18, 19 through 24, 25 through 30, 31 through 36, 37 to 42, 43 to 48. Now, if you used to listen to the podcast, God is Dead might be familiar to you. We read it. We largely enjoyed it, but the thing is, that was close to 10 years ago. And it ended. And no one has said anything about God is Dead since. And now they're just issuing... What? They're just reselling them in 6-issue packages? All first printings? They had that many copies left over they couldn't get rid of? Which I believe, because I have been discounting my copies for sale consistently, bi-monthly, like over and over and over again, and I can't get anybody to buy these things. Nobody wants them. So I guess, yeah, it makes sense that they have so many copies left over that they're stuck for trying to sell all these first prints to anyone 6 at a time. That's staggering. Absolutely staggering. 6 books. $19.99. Really? That's too expensive for stuff you literally haven't been able to get rid of in a decade. Do I sell old trade paperbacks? No, I keep the vast majority of trade paperbacks for myself. They're a bit more convenient than the individual floppies. And, yeah. I only get trades for stuff I really like. If I didn't like them in floppies, I'm never going to get them in trades. And if I get them in trades and I don't like them, I usually hand them over to the Reverend or put them in a giveaway box occasionally, like Detonators had got. I don't think I gave you any trades in that last one, though, did I? Absolution. Ooh, Mike Diodato. Ooh, what's going on here? Nina Ryan was a hired killer who brought nothing but pain and suffering to the world. Now, she has a month to prove that she can change. Ugh, that sounds familiar. A month to make up for her crimes and find absolution, or the bombs that have been implanted in her head will explode. Woof! As her journey of atonement is live-streamed to a fickle public, Jesus, Nina is about to discover the road to redemption might be splattered with blood. What, you think? Ah, yes, Undiscovered Country Trades. Yes. Did you read those? Did you dig them? I don't want to influence you. I mean, a couple of the ideas were pretty good. But you know my feelings on Scott Snyder. $500 or $600 trades, and I don't know how to sell them. Okay, you might, well... Alright, to use Atomic Avenue like I do, you have to have Atomic Avenue's comic-based database software. And the free or cheapest version might be full-featured enough to allow you to sell that many trade paperbacks. It should be. I don't think I've tried extensively, but I have the big expensive version, so it's not the same. So you might go over to Comic Base and check out the capabilities of the free version, And when you get that, that instantly comes with an account on Atomic Avenue. And you put all the books in the database, and then you just say upload to Atomic Avenue, and it'll instantly put them on sale. That should be worthwhile for you. I would not recommend trying to sell 600 trade paperbacks on eBay. It's good that you correct yourself. We appreciate that. Not yet. They're working their way up to the top. Well, they'll get there. The Joneses, Primos, Blink. There are so many books called Blink. It's Space Lady? What the fuck does that even mean? Sumerian Records has acquired Behemoth. Who cares? So, a rando record company for absolutely no reason. Oh, Behemoth Behemoth Comics, the comic publisher, was bought by Sumerian Records. And I gotta say, I don't care. Space Lady looks like... okay, look at this art. Work with me here. This is Jim Mafood, maybe? It's Jim Mafood kind of art. I'm not convinced. Okay, there are many different styles. Some of the things are over stylized, but I'm not sure that that's really professional level publishable art. I mean, I saw better art than that in high school by kids who were never trained. Seriously. I know that in the comics community, we're not supposed to shit on any kind of art. But you saw it. You saw it. Alpha Betas. I'm not even reading that. Alright, Boundless Comics now. This is just... They shouldn't call themselves Boundless Comics. They should just call themselves Porn Comics. Because that's where they make their money. They have terrible stories, but they give you nude covers and charge you $20 for them. Yeah, this is all the micro presses now. Things like Dynamic Forces, Fantagraphics. Fantagraphics actually does have some really, really good stuff, but they make you pay for it because they're so small. Mutiny Magazine. What the hell is that? Mainstream and indie comics in one inclusive magazine. People are still trying to sell magazines about comics. They can't get 50,000 copies sold for Iron Man, but they want to they want a magazine. Are you serious? Graffiti designs. Yeah, we're way, way, way in the back of the book now. Humanoids Press. Nobody's ever heard of them. Star Wars Galactic Baking Gift Set. Do not buy me the Galactic Baking Gift Set. This is terrible. I don't. The entire back of the half of the book is always just stuff you have to order because nobody ever puts it in the stores. Oni Press, who at least have the Rick and Morty license. There's that much for them. And the Paper Cuts has Asterix. If you haven't read Asterix the Gaul, you are missing out on incredibly funny comic books. If you don't know them, Asterix is about A Gaul in Roman times by Frenchmen. It's ridiculously funny. All their names are puns, like asterisks, vital statistics. There's a character whose name is Vital Statistics with an X to match the asterisks. Ooh, pre-code classics. I have a couple of those. Source Point Press. I've never even heard of them. Buzzard and Bone. Nick Philpott. I don't know any of these creators. Little Red Ronin. Tales of Science Fiction. A difference that makes no difference is no difference. Wow, that is a engaging tagline if I've ever heard one. Oh, Titan Comics. They sometimes have interesting stuff. Bloodborne, Lady of the Lanterns. That is a video game adaptation. I never got Adam, so I don't know what that's all about. Kamen Rider's a license. Blade Runner's a license. Sherlock Holmes. 13 different types of Doctor Who. Star Wars Insider. Oh, alright. Well, I guess they don't really have anything interesting this time. They had Robotech for a while, but I guess that fell out of favor. Oh, Valiant. I never buy Valiant on purpose. Vault Comics. They're kind of new. Horror books, though. Not my thing. Whoa, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Painting Happy Little Minis. A tutorial show that gives painters and gamers of all levels the chance to learn some new tricks and to be able to chat with a community of painters at Game Trade Media on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Thursdays at 7 p.m. I'm stuck for it. I got pops to do at 7 on Sundays. Thursdays. My God, man. Well, that reminds me, there's probably not going to be a painting stream Sunday in lieu of Doctor Strange. Zenescope. Here we go. If it's public domain, Zenescope will do it. Belle, Von Helsing, Grimm Fairy Tales, Dr. Moreau. Manga classics. We can skip right over all the mangas, all the Viz Media, Yen Press, Manga Press, Tokyo Pop, Apparel, and then it goes into the general tchotchkes. Should we talk about tchotchkes? Should we even bother? Or should we call this one a night? It's been an hour. Gargoyles action figures. I never did get caught up in Gargoyles. I wanted to because it was the same style as Batman the Animated Series, but I just kept forgetting it was on. Sabine Wren bust, Fennec Shand bust, Stormtrooper bust, Cobra Kai. This is all just action figures and crap that doesn't do anything. Statues. Cobra Kai action figures. Starship collections. Daleks. I'll let these commercials just go through. I mean, look at this. Who needs a Count Chocula action figure? I mean, let's be real here. Interesting. The first contact command chair for the Captain of the Enterprise. 195 fuck you kind of dollars. Wait a minute. Robotech posable 4-inch action figures. All your favorite Robotech characters are here, fully articulated and featuring removable helmets and display stands. Roy, Ben, Miria, and Max. Oh, because it's Series 3. Okay. Scheduled to ship June. I'm going to have to think about that, because they're expensive, but I might enjoy a Roy action figure. And they don't have Booberry. They might have done that before. And the Wolf. Which one was the Wolf? There was Booberry, Frankenberry, Count Chocula, and there was a Wolf. I've never understood why those were so popular. Animaniacs. Wait a minute. Yakko Wacko Dolt, Pinky and the Brain. 55 fucking bucks. What the fuck is wrong with you guys, man? Peanuts reaction figures. Okay, now this is interesting. I'm going to have to take a picture for the Rev for this. Okay, thanks for the patience. Ugh, come on. He's going to be sorely tempted by it, but I don't think he can justify 18 bucks for this. New G.I. Joes, Assassin's Creed. A crappy looking Hobbit Bilbo one. All the Japanese stuff. I don't understand this bear brick stuff, this Kubrick stuff. It's just a bear with... It's the exact same shape. They just paint it different, and that's supposed to be entertaining. Ultraman Orb. Ooh. Actually, I have a lot of Ultraman I gotta get to. You see these? I gotta get to those. Those ought to be pretty cool. I feel bad about not having gotten to them as well, because I got them for Christmas. What the fuck is wrong with nerds? Who needs that? Who needs that? Huh? This, right here. What are you doing with that? How are you displaying that? And why are you paying $299 for it? Nerds, just go jerk off, okay? It's fine. RedTube is waiting for you. You don't have to spend $300 on a 7-inch piece of plastic. It's not even plastic, it's vinyl. It's just, who thinks like this? Absolutely, who thinks like this? Some of these things are vaguely interesting, but their prices are so far out of control. I mean, $50 each for these PVC figures? I mean, if they were 12, 14 inches, yeah, but they're 7. It's just so far out of hand. Nerds just look for ways to keep themselves poor. It's just, it's incorrect. It's stupid. Although this Pat Labor... No. This Pat Labor is a model, and those are engineered differently. This is the best Pat Labor model I've ever seen. But I'm still not paying $60 for it. So don't even bother. There are some interesting things here, but not $60 worth of interesting. Adam Ant. Oh my god. Look at this. Atom fucking Ant. Adam Ant. How old do you have to be when you're paying $85 for an Adam Ant collectible? Although the alien's power loader... No. That's even worse. How... 1/12 scale, so it's probably a foot. $119. Nope. A prop copy of HAL 9000. Price to be determined. They're not even sure they want to sell that thing. I own a lot of stupid shit. But you know what? In the last 10 years, most of it has been given to me. And I have not asked for it. I've appreciated it. But you can't just spend money willy-nilly and then complain about the cost of things. Which everyone in the universe is fucking doing. So look. Is that about right? Yes. So that's the monthly thing. We'll be back here when the next DCBS shipment comes in. I'm glad everyone came by. I appreciate every last second of your hanging out. And, yeah, go have a good day, guys. Thanks again.